Graduates, please sit. For those of you standing, there are chairs over here, and there are some up in the stands, so if you want to, grab a seat. Good afternoon. I'm Jerry Berger, President, Chemeketa Community College, and welcome to this afternoon's festivities. This is Chemeketa's 25th graduation, and I welcome you to it. First, I'd like to start by introducing the people on the stage. To my far right, board member Signe Kribno. Vice Chair of the Board, Marilyn Krauser. Behind me, if you can see him, Vice President Rick Levine. Board Member Joanne Bilkey. Board Member Jerry Watson. And Board Member Gwen Vandenbosch. Behind me is an array of international flags. They are a reminder of the diversity of our students and the staff of Chemeketa Community College. We are fortunate within our district that we have a large variety of diversity. It's exciting at graduation time to see how much similarity we have along with our diversity. Each of you, the graduates, has come to Chemeketa seeking to improve your prospects for the future. And each of you, together with your friends and family, will celebrate your graduation in your own way and with your own customs. Marilyn Krauser, Vice Chair of the Chemeketa Community College Board, has a message from the Board of Education.
I'm very pleased to be the first one to say congratulations to this wonderful class. The Board of Education is very pleased with you and with your completion of the many programs. Some of you are here for job training. Some of you are here beginning your four-year degrees with us and going on to other schools. Regardless of your ambitions, we are pleased that you have used this opportunity to add to your lifelong learning. For those of you parents and families who are in the audience, I'm sorry that you don't have the same opportunity that we, the board, do to look into the faces of these graduates and to see the large number of yellow honor tassels that are here before us. We are proud of you. We are proud of Chemeketa, and we know that you have gained much in your education by attending school with us. Congratulations.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Randall Buchanan, Executive for College Representation.
Thank you. During the last year, I've had the extreme pleasure of representing you, the students of Chemeketa Community College, as your student government executive for college representation. I now have the opportunity to represent you here again tonight in your time of triumph, as you graduate, turning your dreams into realities. I'm here tonight to welcome you, the graduates, your families and friends, and the entire Chemeketa community to the 1995 commencement ceremonies. You, as graduates, have turned hard work into accomplishments. You have taken the road less traveled, and as I often hear the tassel is worth the hassle. As you soar to ever higher standards of performance on your journey through the peaks and valleys that this world often places in your path, know that your education at Chemeketa has helped to level the playing field. So good luck as you strive to obtain the remaining goals you set for yourself in life. Good luck on your career, whether it be old or new, whether at home or away. Good luck in your continuing education. For whether your school days are over or you are preparing to register at another institution, always remember that your education will never be finished. It is now my pleasure to introduce Randy Shaw, our speaker for this afternoon. Randy graduated from Chemeketa in 1986. After that, he went to Western Baptist College, where he received his Bachelor's of Arts degree. He then attended Western Seminary in Portland, where he earned his Master's of Divinity degree. Today, Randy is the Associate Pastor of Adult Ministries at the Salem Alliance Church. Please welcome Randy Shaw.
Wow, what an honor to be back at Chemeketa. You know, the commencement services at Chemeketa Community College are always so full of energy, and this year is no exception. They're always special as well. But today's festivities, we celebrate the hard work of you, those who are graduating, the graduating class of 1995. But today is unique as well. For you are the 25th graduating class of this great institution. You represent years of focused resolve by Chemeketa to educate and to train people. We are here to celebrate you and your accomplishments, but we are also here to celebrate what you represent. 25 years of investment into the lives of people in this region by Chemeketa Community College. I want you to know this afternoon how I personally feel about Chemeketa Community College. When I think about the college, I think less about classrooms and hallways and more about individual people. While we have a current student body of nearly 40,000 students, we have somehow always maintained a sense of personal feelings and personal attention towards individual students. The college has never taken on that cold, institutionalized feeling. Somehow, a deep commitment to the success of the individual has always remained constant. A core value, really, that has now been sustained for 25 years. I would like to tell you about one person who attended Chemeketa nearly 10 years ago. I want to briefly recall for you how Chemeketa impacted my life. First, you need to know the words of a high school teacher on the eve of my graduation from high school. I entered into her classroom to turn in my books and to find out if I would actually get to graduate. When I asked her, her answer to, if she said no, I knew I would not be graduating the next day. When I asked, she looked at me straight in the eyes and she said with some degree of disgust, "Randy, you're a bum. And if I didn't let you graduate from high school, I really don't think that you ever would." Though her words were deserved, and they haunted me really for years. 2 years later, I find myself married with a wife, responsible for caring for her, with really only one marketable skill, and that was my ability to pump gas. I decided that I needed to get an education. Chemeketa allowed me to enroll into its classes. The day I enrolled, I was personally thankful that Chemeketa cared about individual people. But not having really developed any skills, writing skills per se, in high school, you can perhaps well imagine how I struggled that first year in classes. I recall sitting at my desk in my apartment and struggling and sweating and groaning over a few sentences, trying to craft a paragraph that would be acceptable for one of my writing instructors. I would sit for a couple of hours and my living room floor would be strewn with wads of paper, and I would have accomplished one paragraph, realizing then I had 4 or 5 more to go. My instructors were always patient with me. They were always very helpful. Upon my entrance into this college, I did know how to read, but I must say that I did not read well. When I enrolled into Dr. Marjorie Ferry's World Literature course, little did I know the whole world that would open up to me as I was exposed to classical literature from across the ages. Marjorie pushed me. She challenged my mind to discover and to analyze. I remember laughing aloud as I read about the escapades of Don Quixote and really contemplating the meaning of life as we dove into the world of existentialism. To this day, I often tell people that Marjorie was the key teacher in my life, for she fueled in me an unquenchable desire to know and to learn and to understand. I'm thankful for Marjorie. She took an interest in me, helping me to grow intellectually. But she is not alone. There were many others who impacted me. Just a couple of weeks ago, I saw one of my former speech teachers stopping by a coffee shop to check in on one of her students to see how he was doing on one of his assignments. I know that Chemeketa has a whole family of dedicated instructors. Instructors who work hard to see the individual succeed. During my second year at Chemeketa, I became involved in student government. It was there that I developed some critical life skills, people skills, and leadership skills. In fact, perhaps the greatest gift the college gave to me personally was an environment in which I could express and learn how to express my own personal values and my own personal convictions. I learned some difficult lessons that year, like perseverance and not quitting when life gets difficult. These are invaluable skills that even today I use constantly. Let me say that after Chemeketa, I went on to other institutions and received other degrees, but there is no question in my mind as to my favorite. The people of Chemeketa cared about me, about my success, even though I was one among thousands. This briefly was my story about Chemeketa, but I'm not alone. My younger brother has a story about Chemeketa, and my other brother has a story about Chemeketa, and my younger sister has a story about Chemeketa, and my wife has a story about Chemeketa, and my cousin, and so on and so on. You, as members of the class of 1995, also have a story. You have a story to tell about what you experienced at Chemeketa. You see, I believe by working for the success of the individual, Chemeketa has had a resounding impact on our communities, on our quality of life. Most households in this region have had a student at Chemeketa. In the past 25 years, hundreds of thousands of students have passed through this college. They have gone out into the workforce, competent and skilled, ready to make a contribution. You know them. In fact, you see them all constantly. They protect us from fire and crime. They program our computers. They care for us when we go to the hospital. They weld, and they build, and they manufacture. The men and women who have stopped here to learn and to gain new skills make up a significant part of the backbone of our workforce and contribute vastly to the health of our local economies. And this all because of a 25-year commitment to the success of the individual. Graduates, in a few moments, you will stretch out your hand to receive your degree. We are here to honor you and your hard work. Your family and friends have come here to celebrate with you your accomplishments. But today, on this 25th anniversary of Chemeketa Community College, we are also here to honor this great institution, for it is a place where the success of the individual is important, a tradition that will no doubt be carried on for the next 25 years. At least this is my hope for Chemeketa. I want to congratulate you, the silver class of 1995. Today, our very best goes to you and your future successes. Thank you.
Randy, thank you, and welcome back. At this time, I would like to introduce Michael Morgan, Dean of Campus-Based Instruction, who will present this year's Scholastic Achievement Awards.
Each year, we recognize the scholastic achievement of students who have maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA during their academic careers at Chemeketa. These are Chemeketa's outstanding scholars. They have been presented with medallions prior to this ceremony, but I'd like to ask them to stand and receive recognition. And I'd like the audience to hold their applause until they've all been introduced, please. Susan Lori Bogan. Jason Bush, Candy Daniel, Steve Delaney, Mary Gottlieb, Deidre Haven, Lynn Jenkins, Tamara Larson, Shirley Lofton, Sharon Moore, Joshua Mosgrove, Royce Mosgrove, Margaret Mulligan, Leota Peterson, Susan Rathfon, Christopher Rudell, and Diane Self. Let's give these people a round of applause. Thank you. We are also pleased to recognize those graduates who, during their academic career, have maintained an excellent scholastic record, which has placed them on Chemeketa's honor roll. These students have maintained a 3.5 GPA or above throughout their academic career. Will those students please stand at this time and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. We would also like to recognize another group of scholars. These are students who are members of Phi Theta Kappa, a national honor fraternity. These students have earned a 3.0 GPA or higher. Will these students please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Dean Lowell Ford of the Student Development and Learning Services Division.
For the fourth year, Chemeketa has participated in selecting outstanding student scholars as part of the Oregon Community College's All-State Academic Team. This year, we are honored to have two outstanding student scholars, Susan Lori Bogan and Joshua Mosgrove. Our first outstanding student scholar is Susan Lori Bogan. Lori, will you please come forward? Lori was chosen for this award because of her academic achievement and her various leadership roles on campus. She is president of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Fraternity and is on the National Dean's List, and is active as a peer counselor as a part of Chemeketa's Peer Assistance Program, and also is a tutor to students with special needs. That is, they are part of Talon Program, Technology Access for Life Needs. Congratulations, Lori. Our second recipient is Joshua Mosgrove. Josh, will you please come forward? Josh was chosen for this award not only for his outstanding academic performance while at Chemeketa, but also for his passion for learning. Josh has and I have been given a quote, has a real knack, not only for sparking involvement from otherwise apathetic students, but also for actually fanning that involvement into the kind of spirited group interaction that instructors pray for, unquote. He has helped organize and preside over new campus organizations. One is Learners for Helping Learners. Joshua is also active in the YMCA Big Brother program. He tutors non-native speaking students and has served as a volunteer at the Salem Hospital. Congratulations, Josh. Craig Smith, Chief Financial Officer, will now present the Leadership and Community Services Awards.
Chemeketa's Leadership Award is presented each year to a student who demonstrates outstanding leadership qualities while attending Chemeketa. Will Susan Lori Bogan please come forward? Lori knows that learning is not simply the absorption of material. To her, knowledge gains value when what is learned is passed along to help others in need. Lori has repeatedly demonstrated her commitment to use her knowledge and skills to help others. That commitment is evident in her activities on campus as president of Phi Theta Kappa and her work as peer assistant. In addition, Lori has been recognized for her leadership abilities on a national level by placing on the All-USA Community and Junior College Academic Second Team and by being nominated for a national student leadership position with the Phi Theta Kappa National Organization. As Lori finishes at Chemeketa, she is heading for Washington, D.C. this summer to serve as a member of Phi Theta Kappa's first class of 5 interns placed in the Department of Education. Her leadership and involvement while at Chemeketa make her an outstanding selection for this year's Leadership Award. Congratulations, Lori. Annually, a student is recognized for enhancing the college's position by making contributions to the community. Will Cecilia Gacho please come forward? Ceci is a genuinely caring and thoughtful individual who can always be counted on to be reliable and conscientious in her work. She exemplifies the qualities of selfless community service ethic in all her work with the public, be it here at Chemeketa or out in the community. Ceci's contributions include being part of Chemeketa's internship program for the past 2 years, volunteering in the mentor program with Waldo Middle School students, serving as a team leader for Into the Streets Community Service Day, and being a recipient of Chemeketa's Service Corps Scholarship for Spring Term 1995. She is currently providing her community service at the Salem Boys and Girls Club. Her contributions while at Chemeketa earned her the distinction of being the recipient of this year's Community Service Award. Congratulations. Connie Green, Dean of Regional Education Services, will now present the American Association of University Women Outstanding Graduate Woman Award.
For the second year, Chemeketa is honoring the Salem branch of American Association of Universities Women's Choice of Outstanding Graduating Women. Will Tommy Adams please come forward? Tommy was chosen for this award because of her academic excellence and her contributions to her fellow students. She's an outstanding student in the Building Inspection Program and exhibits a can-do attitude in her roles with the ICBO Club, assisting program instructional faculty and helping other students in areas of difficult study. In her role as a college work-study student in the Office of the Vice President, which is difficult to work in sometimes, she was solely responsible for coordinating a statewide community college 6,000 participant student opinion survey and registration and tracking for a Northwest Student Success Strategies Conference that had over 500 people attend. Tommy's overcome many personal barriers and carries all the signs of becoming a success in a heretofore male-dominated profession. Congratulations, Tommy.
Graduates, I need your help. It's a tradition of Chemeketa's commencement to find out a little about you. So when I ask you to stand. You got that? Sit. And we'll show everyone how wonderful you are as graduates. Would all those graduates under 25 years of age please stand? Sit. I almost forgot to say sit. How about graduates from 25 to 50 years of age? Would you please stand? Sit. Do we have any graduates over the age of 50? Would you please stand? In addition to looking at our graduates, we want to take a look at the audience. Because as the graduates know, the friends, the families, the spouses, the husbands, the whatever have helped you get to where you are today. And also there's another group that we want to recognize that I think all of you would know have made a huge difference. Would all the Chemeketa staff members please stand? Sit. Finally, let's take a look at those other people. Would the parents of the graduates please stand? Sit. Would the spouses, partners, and children of the graduates please stand? Sit. It's really great to be able to go this stand and sit, and I want to thank the faculty and staff for following those directions. First time this year. How about grandparents of the graduates? Would you please stand? A big thanks to all of you for helping us take a special look at Chemeketa's 1995 graduating class. This year represents, as I've mentioned and as Randy mentioned, Chemeketa's 25th anniversary of community college. Chemeketa started with 5,000 students, and now every year we serve approximately 40,000 students in our district. You can be proud of your community college. We are recognized nationally for excellence in education and training. One of our our most important challenges is keeping up with the rapid changes in technology, facilities, and equipment to make sure the training you receive stays up to date and meets employers' needs. We plan to have educational opportunities here to serve you, including the graduates of the rest of the class. Today is only one of the many milestones in your lifetime of learning. I wish all of you the very best. Thank you. City College, we're now ready to acknowledge candidates for certificates and degrees. Rick Lane, Vice President of Academic Services, is the Directors of each college department. Rick?
Rick Smith, Director of Cooperative Work Experience and Placement Services, will read the graduate name. Director Warren will present certificate degrees in business management, health science management.
Graduates, business management, and health management, please come forward. Vice President Levine, the following students are candidates for certificates and degrees in accounting, banking, finance, computer program, health service management, hospitality management, management, office administration, and real estate.
Associate in Science degree, Donna Moran. Brian L. Francis. Ann Gould. N. K. Moore. Tito Magita. Associate in Science degree, Banking and Finance, John E. Tamman. Certificate of Completion in Finance, Kimberly Sue Armstrong. Associate in Science degree, Computer Programming, Nobuhiro Kashiwa. Nancy D. Love. Alan B. Gee. Joshua Musgrove. Royce A. Musgrove. Mark Myers. David James O'Neill. Robert Bruce Thompson. Rita D. Wahlberg. Associate in Science degree, Health Services Management, Victoria Lynn Bratcher. Josie Gallegos. Linda Jean Hale. Ellen Faye Jones. Bonnie Lee LaFollette. Radine Sue Long. Maria Perez Trevino. Certificate of Completion, Health Services Management, Debbie Lavetta Bergstrom. Tammy Lee Burrows. Brenda V. Cooper. Patricia Darlene Cooper. Nicole Marie Fromm. Terry Dawn Gardner. Julie Ann Hall. Carolyn Jean Hatt. Stephanie Ray Kaufman. Miriam Margaret Kunze. Valerie Lee McKinley. Tycee Lynette Mickelson. Sue A. Munson. Tina Lynn Nichols. Carol M. Oxborough. Mary Elena Ramirez. Associate in Science degree, Hospitality Systems Management, Leah Elaine Glennon. Albert Guy Hopkins. Kazuhito Ota. Ayako Tochio. Certificate of Completion, Hospitality Systems Management, Elisa Howard Greer. Joni Lynn Krantz. Associate in Science degree, Management, Lori K. Gaither. Associate in Science degree, Office Administration, April Renee Bellick. Anna N. Benson. Donna Marie Campbell. Susan J. Christian. Lori Ann Corbin. Shannon Marie Durr. Lauren E. Iliano. Terry Joan Flory. Jennifer M. Garrison. Joan D. Hinch. Nancy Hinkle Robinson. Shirley Ann Hudnall. Leah Bradley Jones Moe. Jerry Lynn Leimbach. Shirley M. Lofton. Cheryl L. Lundeen. Stacy Michelle Medvin. Geraldine Norman. Sheila Darlene Roberts. Jovel Margot Shute. Maria Gregorio Solis. Carolyn Gail Struve. Marilyn Amau Takiwo. Etsuko Takayama. Linda Nell Willis. Marina L. Wolford. Lebecca M. Abdul Rahman. Christine Lee Baker. Beverly J. Burrell. Samnang Dang. Candy K. Daniel. Anna M. Davidson. Molly Suzanne John Drew. Heidi A. Earl. Lori Lynn Earl. Robert D. Earl. Danita J. Eaton. Jenny Layton. Teresa Marie Mayfield. Amy Lynn McCarley. Colette Jean McCarroll. Margaret F. Mulligan. Charlene Lee Nelson. Don T. Wynn. April May Richardson. Rebecca Ellen Spinks. Tara Lynn Spiker. Arlene M. Trowbridge. Irene Jessica Valdivia. Leslie Walker. Joanna Peril Witherspoon. Associate in Science degree, Real Estate, Warren J. Dunn, Jr. Dolores Jean Vance.
Dental assisting, medical assisting, and nursing department.
Will the graduates in the dental assisting, medical assisting, and nursing department please come forward? Vice President Levine, the following students are candidates for certificates and degrees in dental assisting, medical office assisting, licensed practical nursing, and registered nursing.
Certificate of Completion, Dental Assisting, Erin Marie Brait. Cynthia June Champy. Sherry Ellen Donkenbring. Maricela Diaz. Dee Ann Felty. Carrie Ferguson. April Dawn Fredrickson. Sherry Tammy Hawkins. Linda K. Hughes. Holly Christine Jones. Ann Marchand. Julianne R. Paul. Janine Marie Robbins. Sharon K. Sims. Holly Christine Surratt. Heidi K. Torrance Gillum. Certificate of Completion, Medical Office Assisting, Linda Ann Abundus. Deanna R. Bradley. Elizabeth May Chapman. Catherine Ann Eason. Alice J. Harmon. Meredith D. Hinrichs. Sandra D. Jackson. Tina Marie James. Mary A.L. Lasagna Short. Robin Deanne McFadden. Connie Sue Neufeld. Diane Mary Self. Cheryl Marguerite Swafford. Tanya Sue Wilkerson. Certificate of Completion, Licensed Practical Nursing, Joy Sharon Snow Workman. Associate in Science degree, Registered Nursing, Angela R. Anderson. Susan Glissman Arnholz. Christine Ann Baker. Celestine Joy Bathurst. Claire Tankard Beckley. Marie Magdalene Bennett. Vicki Elaine Burchell. Lana M. Chase. Gloria Faye Cowart. Laura Ann Kozad. Paula Diane Davis. Michelle Luann Deck. Michael A. Devine. Michelle Ann Eastland. Deborah Jean Goodman. Barbara Kathleen Heater. Tammy M. Hedgecock. Judith Ann Heitzman. Tamara R. Johnson. Eleanor May Jourdain. Kimberly D. Kazaya. Raven Michelle Layton. Danelle Marie Lesselyoung. Lisa Sue Lewis. Mary L. Lovell. Kelly A. McKibben. Laurie Sue Miller. Colleen D. Moreland. Stephen J. Morris. Jennifer Dawn Nash. Linda Sachiko Nye. Karen Ambrose Osley. Tamara A. Phelan. Susan J. Rathbone. Robert Louis Ray II. John L. Sanders. Tammy L. Secondo. Laura G. Sinclair. Michelle R. Slattam. Kelly L. Smith. Mana L. Solis. Rhonda M. Spangler. Karen Ann Spalding. Kendrick L. Sunderland. Shannon Lee Ward. Deborah F. Weller.
Program Chair Bruce Stamm will present certificates and degrees in the Early Childhood Education Program.
Will the graduates in the Early Childhood Education Program please come forward? Vice President Levine, the following students are candidates for certificates and degrees in early childhood education.
Associate in Science degree, Early Childhood Education, Patricia M. Alvarez. Carrie Lynn Blair. Tricia Ann Goss. Kara Lynn Rasmussen.
Director Brian Bay will present degrees in the Health, PE and Athletics, and Emergency Services Department.
Will the graduates in the Health, PE, Athletics, and Emergency Services Department please come forward? Vice President Levine, the following students are candidates for degrees in Emergency Medical Technology, Fire Prevention, and Fire Suppression.
Associate in Science degree, Emergency Medical Technology, Ignacio Albaran Gonzalez. Gregory A. Doden. Alan Dwayne Doty. James Matthew Gunia. Christopher D. Hall. Sean Michael Joseph Hunt. Michael Ray Mayfield. Suzanne Nicole Mindenhall. Jared T. Phillips. Renee Smith. Cord Benjamin Bondere. Kevin C. Watt. Associate in Science degree, Fire Prevention, Michelle Marie Yoder. Associate in Science degree, Fire Suppression, John F. Fowler. Rachel Laura Harden. Curtis Dean Jensen. Joseph Jeffrey Lennox. Craig Allen Moisen. Bryce J. Tennant. Terry A. Vancol.
Director Bernard Knab will present degrees in the Humanities and Communications Department.
Will the candidates in the Humanities and Communications Department program please come forward? Vice President Levine, the following students are candidates for degrees in General Studies, Lower Division Collegiate, and Visual Communications.
Associate of Science in General Studies, James Michael Essie. Donna L. Evenhus. Shinsuke Fujibayashi. Ri Ishibashi. Susan Joanne Jessup. Tamae Kato. Donna J. Kramer. Gerald Thomas McCrae Jr. Junichi Morisaki. Dwayne Allen Meyer. Hideyuki Natori. Robert A. Sawtell. Kenichi Shimizu. Kristen Rebecca Smith. Mai Takachi. Kelly Leon Thornton. Naomichi Uki. Jason C. Wozniak. Yoshiyuki Yanasi. Associate in Arts degree, Lower Division Collegiate, Josephine Annie Altilahai. Chiho Arai. Donna Mae Bates. Perry Richard Beeler. Virachai Edward Benedict. Susan Lori Bogan. Michelle Bacani Cabrera. Michelle L. Calvo. Corey Scott Chain. Anna Jean Coffey. Angelina T. Crow. Katwan Monique Davis. Amanda Louise Donaldson. Steve N. Delaney. Martin Eugene Inner. Constance Elaine Edinger. Corinne Leah Etzel. David Aaron Pfeiffer. Kyoko Fujioka. Cecilia J. Godshall. Timothy John Halstead. Jared Wayne Hansen. Tara Lynn Humphreys. Rika Ichine. Kathleen F. Gerald. Yoshiyuki Komatsu. Akiko Kondo. Benjamin Jared Lamright. Donna J. Lemire. Marlise Ann Pugh Manley. Randall R. Martino. Shizui Masuda. Sean Christopher Matthews. Gerald R. McLeod. Elizabeth Jean Menzel. Miriam Joy Miller. Tammy Lynn Miranda. Hemila Suresh Michandari. Michio Motivity. Shannery Mung. Marie Pauline Murray. Suzanne Marie Polinick. Hayato Nakamura. Miyuki Nonoyama. Akinori Oike. Philip Walter Pasternak. Sherry Sue Ruby. Vivian Tenorio Sablan. Juanita K. Schaefer. Gerald Dean Shearling. Todd Eugene Schooley. Trampus James Shuck. Reagan Elizabeth Seacrest. T.C. Stewie. Patricia Marie Umbarger. Thomas Bartholomew Van Duzen, excuse me. Dana M. Vanderberg. James Anthony Van Ice. Carl James Wharton. Patricia Ann Wheeler. Linda Lou Wiley. Masatomo Yamazaki. Masao Yasaku. Katsumasa Yoshida. Associate in Science degree, Visual Communications Technology, Janice Ellen Baker. Stacy L. Binner. James Alfred Bennett. Elizabeth M. Berry. Teresa J. Clark. Corin E. Clifton. Joshua E. Davenport. Tylene Lisa Day. Monica M. Hampton. Nicholas R. Muntz. Mark D. Wynn.
Dean Michael Morgan will present degrees in the Science, Mathematics, and Electronics Department.
Will the graduates in the Science, Mathematics, and Electronics Department please come forward? Vice President Levine, the following students are candidates for certificates and degrees in electronics technology.
Associate in Science degree, Electronics Technology, Jahaz Abdullah Al-Dasri. Abdul Saad Al-Ghamdi. Bander Al-Jalaud. Aziz A. Al-Atman. Hussein Muhammad Al-Katani. Ahmed Saeed Al-Sawdari. Nasser A. Al-Umar. Khalid Al-Yami. Kenneth Dean Arndt. Gregory Glenn Barker. Terry Ralph Barrett. Eric Joseph Boothroyd. Evelyn Marie Cook. James Dean Greenwood. Howard T. Hoy. Tad Norman Maccabee. Matthew Robert Nice. Nezar Abdul Samra. Patricia Lynn Thomas. Elizabeth Ann Wentz.
Director Egan Bodker will present degrees in the Social Science, Human Resources, and International Education Department.
Will the graduates in the Social Science, Human Resource, and International Education Department please come forward? Vice President Levine, following students are candidates for certificates and degrees in criminal justice, human services, instructional assistant, and professional technical teacher preparation.
Associate in Science degree, Criminal Justice, Lisa C. Jepson. William A. Jordan. Karen Jury Morris. Trudy Welsh. Eric Michael Wolski. Associate in Science degree, Human Services, Danielle M. Andre. Dorothy Jean Asner. Gordon Allen Bauman. Denise Lene Bazzi. Carrie Lee Bennett. Sherry Lou Bennett Roberts. Rosie Rachel Brado. Melanie Jean Calaba. Patricia A. Carr. Christina S. Coria. Adrian Hubrecht Danker. Beverly Ann Dart. Timothy Arthur Davenhill. Dovey Ann Desiree. Christine C. Dunn. Susan E. Eyerly. Dawn Marie Foster. Terry Lynn Gagnon. Mary Guadalupe Gottlieb. Peggy M. Graydon. Dawn C. Hagan. C. Lance Hancock. Lori Leanne Hinthorn. Kathy Ray Helena Hinckley. Loretta Phyllis Islas. Lynn A. Jenkins. Nadia Kasachev. Jamie Lynn Klimmer. Derek Allen Ludwig. Annette Mason. Linda L. Merrill. David R. Murfin. Alan Keith Nelson. John M. Perry. Mary Pearsall. Nora M. Kiraz. Jeffrey R. Reynolds. Fuichoi Seifan. Rebecca Diane Schmidt. Joanne Lorraine Scrum. Beverly A. Scott Swank. Carla D. Siclay. James H. Snyder. Sherry L. Stolte. Alexandria Diane Tapia. Priscilla Lynn Vigil. Marilyn K. Wood. Associate in Science degree, Instructional Assistant, Deidre Dale Ellison Haven. Certificate of Completion, Instructional Assistant, Olga Carmen Casanueva. Christina L. Cook. Gloria Eileen Dresky. Sandra L. Haynes. Trudy Beth Joy. Tamara K. Larson. Jackie Ray Linz. Sharon G. Moore. Leota L. Peterson. Brenda Lavon Yates. Professional Technical Teacher Preparation Degree, Ronald Jean Parvin.
Director Ron Jancy will present degrees in the Trades and Technologies Department.
Will the graduates in the Trades and Technologies Department please come forward? Vice President Levine, the following students are candidates for degrees in auto parts sales, automotive technician, building inspection, civil structural, construction skills training, drafting, forest technology, industrial technology, manufacturing engineering technology, and welding fabrication.
Certificate of Completion, Auto Parts Sales, Todd J. Nelson. Associate in Science Degree, Automotive Technology, Christopher J. Dyer. Brian Joseph Goss. Roberto C. Marquez. Ramon Roberto Ramos. Daniel L. Roberson. Associate in Science Degree, Building Inspection, Tommy Joe Adams. Gerald L. Arcari. John Charles Bernards. Jason Bush. Harold C. Carey. Scott East. Jim Ferguson. Everett E. Harrison. Arthur Dean Ice. Thomas W. Cogan. Darrell W. Meyer. Christopher J. Rudell. Brian G. Smith. Velva N. Splitoff. Certificate of Completion, Building Inspection, Gary Isaac Burke. Michael Kenneth Mathis. Associate in Science Degree, Civil Structural, Dwayne R. Mitzel. Associate in Science Degree, Drafting, Michael Kenneth Byers. Kristen D. Carter. Jean M. Clegg. Yumi Suzuki. Associate in Science Degree, Forest Technology, Terry L. Rourke. Shelley Marie Schaff. Associate in Science Degree in Industrial Technology and Corrections, Edward Gomez Bravo. David T. Larson. Judith Rose Sukup. Associate in Science Degree, Manufacturing Engineering Technology, Raymond T. Baird. Sherry Lynn Green. Gary James Hegland. Joel Dean Jackson. Jeffrey David Robinson. Cheryl P. Rogers, Jr. Associate in Science degree, Welding Fabrication, Stephen Mike Armentrout.
President Berger, all of the candidates have been introduced.
On behalf of the Chemeketa Community College Board of Education, we hereby confer the appropriate recognition for your academic work at Chemeketa Community College. To signify that achievement, you may move the tassel from the left to the right. We ask the members of the audience to wait until the graduates get to the vestibule of the Armory, and we thank you for all attending. Congratulations.